In this session, we will cover Python strings. We will get to see how to slice a string and use various string methods to manipulate a string. A string can be created using double quotes or single quotes. Preferably, use double quotes. Let us define a string variable, name, and assign a value, say, Jack Henry, to the name variable. Let us check the data type of the variable, using the type function. Let us see how to slice a string using index positions. The index position in Python starts with 0. As you see in the screens, the index positions of the characters in the word auditors are shown. Let's define a string variable, name, and use square brackets to specify the start and end index to slice the string. Inside the square brackets, we specify the start index and the stop index. We specify 0 as the start index and 5 as the stop index. Here is a catch. Note that even if we specify 5 as the stop index, it will not consider 5 as the stop index. Instead, it will use 1 less. That is, 5 minus 1, that's 4, as the stop index. If you have to start at certain index, say 0, and go all the way till the end, you need not specify the stop index. Also, if you have to start at index 0, you need not specify the start index. Instead, specifying only the stop index will work. Another example here. We specify the start index as 6 and the stop index as 11. So the characters from index 6 till index 10 is returned. Next, we look into string methods. And we start with learning how to change the character casing. We consider a string variable, name. We use the upper method of the string object to convert all characters into uppercase. Note that the original variable is not changed with the upper method. Only the characters are converted to uppercase and returned. Let us print the original variable and see the output. You will notice the original variable remains unchanged. So, in order to save the returned value, we need to store the output in a variable. We create a new variable up_name to store the outcome. Let us print both the original variable and the new variable to see the values. We can use the lower method of the string object to return all characters in lower case. There is a method, title, that is provided to convert your string to title casing. That is to say, that the first character of all words will be in uppercase. Python also provides you with a method, capitalize, that can be used to make the first character of the sentence to uppercase. Note, only the first character of the sentence. We are also provided with methods to check the casing of characters in a string. We use the isUpper method to check if the string is in uppercase. Note that this method returns a Boolean value, that is, true or false. The isLower method can check if the characters are in lower case. Here, in this example, both the isLower and isUpper methods return false. This is because these methods check for all the characters in the string. If only all characters are in uppercase or lowercase, then it will return true or false as the case may be. The isTitle method checks if the first character of each word in the sentence is in uppercase. Next, we see a few methods which can find the type of characters that are present in a string. For example, these methods can check if a string holds only alphabets or only digits or alphanumeric characters. The isAlnum method, as the name suggests, checks for alphanumeric characters in a string. If alphanumeric character is present in the string, it returns a true, else a false. Note, a space is not considered as an alphanumeric character. The method isAlpha checks if all the characters in a string are all alphabets. The variable program holds a few digits like 101, and hence, the isAlpha method returns a false. On the other hand, the variable place holds only alphabets, and hence the isAlpha method returns a true. The isDigit method checks if a string holds digits. If a string holds only digits, this method returns a true, else a false. Note how this method, when applied to the variable zip code, returns a true. Importantly, note that the variable zip code is of string data type and not numeric. Just that this string is holding digits. We next see the method that can return us the index position of any characters in a string. We use the index method and pass O as the character to look for. The method returns 12 as the index position, which is the first occurrence of the character O in the string. Along with the character to search, we can also pass the index position from where the search has to be made. In this example, we pass O as the character and 13 as the starting index position. So it starts looking for O in the string from index position 13, and not from the very beginning of the string. But, as we have noticed, that the index method returns only first or one occurrence of the character. In order to find the index position of all O in the string, we write a for loop statement. We initialize a variable, z, to 0. We write a for loop statement to iterate through each character in the string. We would print the index position of the character. But, we would print the index only if the character is O. So, we put an if condition to check if the character is O. Make sure to indent the print syntax under the if statement. Now, increment the value of z by 1. Also, since the increment is not part of the if clause, we decrease the indent of the statement. Add the z to the index method. Thus, this code gives us the index positions of all the O in the string. Using the count method, we can count the number of occurrences of a character or a string within a string. To the count method, in addition to the character to look for, we can also pass a start index and a stop index within which the character will be searched for. In this example, we ask the count method to look for O between index 10 and index 20 within the string. Thank you. Happy learning!